Welcome back to the Paperstac Podcast. Rick Allen, TJ Osterman here, coming to you live again. Well, I guess it's not live. You're seeing it recorded, from the Paper Trail Contracts, Ted Tekippe.
Yep.
There it is, Ted Tekippe.
Right.
From ZimpleMoney. Really excited about this. If you guys don't know anything about ZimpleMoney, it's basically a self-servicing platform that allows you to service notes, which, TJ, I mean...
It's well needed. It's something that's, when we first got into this, it was something that we kind of looked at doing and never kind of got into it. But you made it, I think it was a couple weeks ago we did a demo.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And it was just so simple.
Yeah.
Hence
the name.
Hence the name.
Yeah.
which is great. So yeah, it's exciting. Yeah.
Well, the goal is to be simple for people to use, but like a lot of things, there's a ton of complexity under the hood. So if a lot of people traditionally would try to self-service using a spreadsheet or something, that's okay for the most basic use case.
Right.
But anytime anything goes wrong, or somebody makes a late payment, or you need to do a deferral, or you've got multiple lenders or borrowers, it can get super complicated super quickly. So the challenge in our business, and where I think we actually add a lot of value, is taking all of that incredible complexity and making it really simple and easy to use.
So I guess let's rewind a little bit. How did you guys come up with the business? How did you get into the business? Tell us what was this is why ZimpleMoney started.
Aha moment.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been in financial services my whole career and been in fintech and businesses where you're sort of marrying software and payments together for about the last 15 years or so. I did spend some time in the mortgage business early in my career and got really familiar with how all of that works. But what we noticed is that there's really not a lot of good solutions for kind of the small to mid-tier guys out there that don't want to spend $5,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month. Yet,
that was a month, not a year.
Yeah, a month, right? Yeah, to use some of the very large and sophisticated, but enterprise-focused solutions that have been out there for a while. So we're like, hey, we can make this really simple and easy and cover most use cases for most everyday people that need to do this.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so there was that dislocation in the market.
Yeah.
You guys saw that opportunity and then kind of jumped on it.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. So you guys cover pretty much everything from origination to the life of the servicing. So once it's originated, it started to become serviced. Your software handles that.
Yeah.
I assume payment, you can set up payments coming in, payments coming out.
We kind of pick it up from right post-origination, right?
Yep.
So once the loan's been made, we make it really easy to set it up in our system, integrate the lender's bank account, the borrower's bank account. We automate payments. You can turn on auto pay and have that automatically post to the ledger. It's a great transparent platform for both sides once it's up and running. I like to tell people you can register for our platform in 5 minutes. You can create a loan in 5 to 10 minutes, and then you're off to the races, and it's up and running.
So it's great for not only the investor but also for the borrower side.
That's right.
That's fantastic, because that's the biggest thing. It's you're either Excel spreadsheets, or maybe you've got something tied in with a CRM system and you're hijacking it that way, or you're with one of the big enterprise guys,
right?
Which we went that route, and that stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's expensive.
What about when it comes to reporting? A lot of these people, let's say they have to go through an audit. It's a small fund that wants to use this stuff. I know, managing a small fund for a while, the auditing process, the paperwork was very laborious when it came down to each individual loan and what I had to do. What kind of support do you guys give from that aspect?
So we've got automatic downloads, from several different views within our platform. So the ledger on an individual loan, you can export that to Excel, CSV, or PDF, right? So if you're handing that over to an auditor, that's easy to do. If you want to do it at an aggregated portfolio level, we have integrated reporting, with lots of different views on that as well. All of that is exportable. Also, we just released integration into QuickBooks, so we can automatically port all of your loan information right into your general ledger accounting system. So that's really helpful for a lot of folks that are.
I know you were talking about that last time, and I know that was something that we were always
What about servicing notes? Is there a way to write down notes for the loan, stuff like that, as you're working with borrower correspondence, stuff along those lines?
We don't do the kind of traditional servicing piece with sending out statements, or if somebody goes into delinquency and default, we don't manage that process. We have attorneys that we refer folks to, but yeah, that's just just outside the edge of our
So
capability.
you can keep notes for each file though inside the platform.
Oh, for sure.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Basically,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like
sorry. I was-
whenever we self-service for a while, and
Yep.
we certainly wish we had a system like this. But anytime you have a conversation or a comment with the borrowers, you want to be like, hey, let's keep a little note in here so we
Yeah.
know what was said and if there's a pending item, stuff like that, which is great. What about onboarding? Like if I've, it sounds like you can definitely onboard a single loan, no problem. What if I've got 100 loans?
Yeah.
What's that look like?
So we just published APIs earlier this year, and that enabled us to build some bulk upload tools. So we have one of our largest customers has a couple thousand loans, and we're onboarding those in chunks of several hundred at a time, associated with different companies and portfolios. We can upload 100 loans in under an hour.
Great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
What's the your outlook for this company? It's like, do you have any big goals of, like you're saying, this company has how many loans in this one? It's
That particular customer has about 1,500 loans that
a
are
lot
active
of
right
loans.
now. Yeah.
So like, your main goal is to really help the middle small guys, right? What's the bigger aspirations for the platform?
Well, I think there's a couple different things. First, we want to best serve our existing customer base, in the private note servicing sector. But then there's lots of other adjacent kind of verticals that we think are a really good fit for us as well. So like hard money lenders, people that are borrowing money from investors to invest in real estate. We can manage rental properties and leases today too.
That's great.
So kind of continuing to expand out a little bit in terms of who our customers are.
Yeah.
But then also go deeper into how we serve those customers. So integrations with folks like Paperstac, tying into other sources of capital so people in this business have a little bit more liquidity if they need it.
Yeah.
And then extending our APIs into other third-party applications.
Yeah.
So we can pull data in, we can pull loan originations in from other sources. That's kind of what's coming up in the next 12 to 18 months for
That's
us.
awesome. So I know people are yelling at the screen right now to ask this question. How much does it cost?
So it's really cheap. That's the best thing about it. We've got 3 different monthly subscription plans that start as cheap as $23 a month, all the way up to $77 a month, which is unlimited. You can have as many loans.
So unlimited loans for $77 a month?
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
We do charge transaction fees when we're processing payments. So that's kind of how we make up for having such cheap software revenue. But that's pretty affordable too. We'll charge 2% of the transaction amount with a $19 cap on it.
Well, that's...
But the benefit of that, right, is we're actually efficating the payment, right, moving money between the borrower and the lender, keeping track of all of that, and automatically posting it to the ledger, right? So you don't have to manually reconcile between your bank account and whatever system you're using to keep track of this.
Yeah,
That's-
I know.
that's great.
Plaid. Do you integrate with Plaid?
Yeah, it's the way that we get people's bank account information into our platform.
Yeah, because people are familiar with that, so
Yeah,
they kind of
super
understand.
simple.
That's
Yep,
good.
Yeah.
So if somebody's interested in signing up, checking out the platform, where do they go? Just go to ZimpleMoney.com.
ZimpleMoney.com.
Request?
Yep. There's a big button right there that says register.
All right.
Or you can book a demo to get a closer look at the platform, get on the line with one of our team members, answer any questions that you might have.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Well, I don't have anything else. You?
No. That's
Thanks,
simple.
Ted. Ted, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping
Thanks so
by.
much. Great to see you guys again.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate
So
it.
Rick Allen, Ted, TJ signing off for this edition of the Paperstac Podcast. We'll coming back to you again shortly with another episode. Take care.